What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. So today we got Jim Carrey advice on how to manifest your dreams. Before we get started with this video, y'all be sure to please stream Atlanta Boy So Full of Life. This album is amazing as fuck. Trust me, I'm not capping to y'all. Just stream Atlanta Boy So Full of Life. Let's get into the video.
You look on this as sort of some combination of drive, determination, divine spark, luck.
Who knows? Maybe it's fate, or maybe it's that. Maybe it's just that I believed. You know, I always believed.
That whatever form it took, it would take place.
And and whatever form it took would be okay.
Yeah.
Because I was fully, prepared to just play out. Stand-up comedy and comedy clubs. And
but there's something within you that constantly pushed the edges of the envelope wherever you were.
Well, or at least took advantage of the opportunities that came around. Yeah. And a lot of it has to do with, just the courage to jump in.
Art support. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you.
Did you ever imagine
it
would get this?
I'm curious about that.
I know you for a long time and you're doing the series. And you've been a star on TV for a while, but now it's like crazy. These people going nuts.
The funny thing about it is I was always into this, visualization and stuff, and I years ago, it's an interesting story because I 4 years ago, I used to go up to Mulholland Drive and I used to say, I have this and that and this. Oh, it's all good and it's coming to me, and I actually wrote myself a check. And this is for real. This is not a joke. This is for real. I wrote myself a check for $10 million per picture.
This is
by Thanksgiving 1995.
Wow, look at that. This is the actual...
Yeah. Don't wreck it.
No, I don't want to. This is certainly... There you go. That's the actual check?
That's the actual check I wrote myself 4 years ago. And that's... so I'm kind of here to say that visualization does work. And... of course, now I've had to change my goals because I'm kind of getting close to that one. So
wow. That's a humble flex.
I've been working on something. Yeah, this is new. I'm kind of into real estate now. Can we get a shot of that?
Now these are
Follow what fascinates you.
What was it about that story that made it so compelling for you to want to not only did you want to play the role, but you became the role during the as oft-told story of you?
I'm fascinated by what creates characters. What defines people? What creates them? What puts them together? Everybody's Frankenstein, and they just like as life goes on, you either lose pieces of yourself, gain other pieces, and that's the fascinating thing about acting. It's like somebody like Andy Kaufman. What is it? And I stood by his gravesite, with his sister, and she said one thing to me that cleared it all up.
I wonder.
And that was that Andy was never part of the club, so he created his own club that no one else could be a part of.
People don't talk about that.
Dumb.
People don't talk about if people don't want you part of their organization or their group. Like me as an artist, I talk to folks from Interscope and Atlantic. Motherfuckers did not want me part of their group. They wanted me to use me or to misuse me. I realized I could do more making my own. So that's what I'm doing. I made my own record label, Sir Thomas Records. That's just me personally. But let's get back into it.
Dumb and Dumber, Ace Ventura. Coming out of those three films, which grossed all that money, somebody, your agent, your lawyer says, if you look at how much these films did, you are looking at the first $20 million man. I guess that's something like that happened, right?
Sure.
What was that for you? The series of very, must have made close to $1 billion of films.
These scripts find me, they really do at certain times of my life. And for me, that was about, and a lot of the characters I've done so far have been about duality, about what you show the world and what you really are.
Oh,
As a result of growing up poor, now that you have a lot of money, now that you're a superstar, and you make $20 million a film, is this still pressure for you? Or you just don't care anymore?
You always want to do well. You know, I mean, you want to stay in the business. But I'm constantly just coming up with ideas and throwing them in.
So if you hire Jim Carrey for a movie, you're paying for a guy who can ad lib, so
I'm a
you
writer,
write it.
so,
and let you do your thing.
Yeah, honestly,
But that's.
Let's talk about the importance of taking care of your mental health.
I mean, everybody should have their own
Great
journey.
therapy is finding a therapist you can truly connect with.
I wake up every day and I open my eyes and I go, I'm doing this amazing thing for a living.
It is great.
It sounds ridiculous, but I'm constantly pinching myself and going like, I can't believe this.
I did a lot of comedy and I did political stuff, and that was all great. And then I just kind of slowed down and started talking about the river of tears that we all have to face, and eventually, and that we're all avoiding, and how at the other side there's, that your body can survive it, but you can't, and you're better off without a you or an I. And I got into that pretty heavily, and they were looking at me like, this isn't what he's supposed to say. Right. You're supposed to say, we're important, and you're supposed to say it's all going to be all right, and you're supposed to say that whatever you dream can come true, and you're supposed to say all those things. I do believe in manifestation, power of that kind of stuff, but I don't believe that any of it matters. I believe that I had to become a famous, idea.
Yeah.
And get all the stuff that people dream about, and accomplish a bunch of things that that look like success, in order to give up my attachment to those things. It's been a part of the evolution of ego, is to spend your first half of your life acquiring and adding, thinking you can add to yourself, and it looks great. I mean, it looks great when you got a cool car and you got nice clothes, and and you've done something that people admire, but it can never fulfill you. You can never be happy. You know what I mean? It's not where happiness comes from. And I dealt with depression, a few years ago, and people still think, well, he's going through. You can tell he's depressed, and it's not. I have no depression in my life whatsoever. Literally none. I have sadness and joy and elation and satisfaction and gratitude beyond belief, but all of it is weather, and it just spins around the planet. It's not. It doesn't sit on me long enough to kill me.
Do you have a happy place besides here?
There's just everywhere.
Just with us.
There's just everything.
Just with us.
A happy place is realizing that you're everything.
Yeah.
And that there's no real you involved in the first place.
I'm here to plant a seed today, a seed that will inspire you to move forward in life with enthusiastic hearts and a clear sense of wholeness. The question is, will that seed have a chance to take root? Because life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. On the other side of that door, there's a world starving for new ideas, new leadership. Now, fear is going to be a player in your life, but you get to decide how much. You can spend your whole life imagining ghosts, worrying about the pathway to the future, but all there will ever be is what's happening here, and the decisions we make in this moment, which are based in either love or fear. So many of us choose our path out of fear disguised as practicality. What we really want seems impossibly out of reach and ridiculous to expect, so we never dare to ask the universe for it. I'm saying I'm the proof that you can ask the universe for it. My father could have been a great comedian, but he didn't believe that that was possible for him. And so he made a conservative choice. Instead, he got a safe job as an accountant, and when I was 12 years old, he was let go from that safe job, and our family had to do whatever we could to survive. I learned many great lessons from my father, not the least of which was that you can fail at what you don't want, so you might as well take a chance on doing what you love.
And that's how we live. A lot of us live in fear. That's not how you're supposed to live. You're supposed to live by going for whatever you believe in, dying for whatever you believe in. Like, I'm willing to die for this YouTube shit. I'm willing to die for my music. I'm willing to die. I'm willing to sacrifice everything I have so I can put my music out there. So I can put my YouTube and everybody could see my reactions, my reviews on all this stuff. That's the stuff that matters in life in the long run of things, making you doing stuff that makes you happy. If you can't do things that make you happy, it's like, what the fuck? Like, why are you living? Why are you working that dead-end job that don't really give a fuck about you, that will hire a new person tomorrow to replace you? Unless you have to do it, I get it, because I'm working a dead-end job. But I'm saying, once you reach a level of success, or once you reach a level of money, what's holding you back? And if you don't have all that, still, what's holding you back? I ask myself this all the time. What's holding me back from quitting my job? Car note. Damn. I know that car note comes around and I don't got that money for it. They're going to take my car and all the money I pay for it, I been flushed down the toilet. Just can't do that. That's me personally. But once I fully pay it off, nothing's stopping me from leaving. And hell, by that time, I'm going to have money coming in. I'm going to have my YouTube channel growing to a level where I'm going to be able to stay at home and I can work from home. That's my goal. Y'all let me know what y'all goal is for y'all music, YouTube channel, your art page on Instagram. Let me know in the comments below. Y'all take care. Peace. Mario the poet.